Good afternoon and welcome to Take Your Life Back with Ralf Friedrichs. Today we're going to talk about finding drugs in your own home. Simple things as video cleaner, whipped cream, nutmeg, many others. But before we do that, I want to address today is day 5 or show 5 of my 31 declarations from Joel Osteen. I had decided to do one declaration for each show. So today is show 5 since I started, and I'm going to read, and it reads as follows. I declare I am grateful for who God is in my life and for what He has done for me. I will not take for granted the people, the opportunities, and the favor He has blessed me with. I will look at what is right and not what is wrong. I will be positive. I will thank Him for what I have not to complain about, but what I have. I will see each day as a gift from God. My heart will overflow with praise and gratitude for all of His goodness. This is my declaration today. Today is 11th, 2014. Let me read this one more time. Declaration number 5 for the 5th show since we started the Joel Osteen 31 Declaration or Promises. I declare I am grateful for who God is in my life and for what He's done for me. I will not take for granted that the people, the opportunities, and the favor He has blessed me with. I will look at what is right and not what is wrong. I will thank Him for what I have and not complain about what I don't have. I will see each day as a gift from God. My heart will overflow with praise and gratitude for all His goodness. This, folks, is my declaration number 5 for the 5th show since we started 31 show promises that I will make in the next 31 shows. This book is by Joel Osteen, 31 Promises You Should Make in Your Lifetime. This is declaration number 5. Before we go any further, I want to give a shout out to Dr. Luis Gonzalez from Starting Point. You can find him at 844-414-8444. You can find him on www.startingpointmn.com. That's startingpointmn.com. The MN stands for Minnesota, folks. He has 2 sides to his business. He has the one side like I do, where he is a recovery coach. He, like me, will walk with you 24 hours at a time from addiction to recovery, day by day, hand in hand. Him and I, will never ever talk to you about your past. We are not counselors and we are not therapists. What we are addiction recovery coaches, life coaches. We will bring the answers that you already have within you out to the surface so you can continuously walk through your addiction and learn how to recover and live with your addiction. The other side of his business is he can turn you into exactly what I do, which is an addiction recovery coach. I am one of his students. With his educational program and your professionalism, your personality, and your passion, and hopefully some sort of an addiction background, whether it's your own or anyone in your life, you can become an addiction recovery coach. What you need to do right now is call 844-414-8444. You can also go to my websites. I have clearviews.info, CLEARVIEWS.info. Clearviews.info is an informational-based website I created when I first started in my journey of sobriety. It is filled with all sorts of information from doctors, psychologists, and psychiatrists, and also it is filled with over 210 videos of my own for the Take Your Life Back show. I will help you take your life back. Those are my videos. It is my website, and it's filled with information for you. www.clearviews.info. My other website is where I will help you walk from your addiction to your recovery day by day. You can reach me there at www.clearreform.com. That's CLEARREFORM.com. Folks, if you notice one thing, both my websites start with the word clear. Clear Views, Clear Reform. The clear stands for this. Now pay attention. Community Lessons Empower Addiction Recovery. It is all of us, all of our lessons, all of our experiences that empower addiction recovery. It could be your lessons, my lessons, your neighbor's lessons, all over the world. We as a community locally, statewide, and globally need to come together and educate each other on the epidemic on drugs and alcohol. We all need to come together. You can reach me at 844-405-HELP. You can also text me 24/7 at 631-599-0218. Let's jump right into. We are going to talk about drugs that are right now in your home. Some of these things look very innocent to you, but they can be utilized as a drug. This comes directly from the CDC. Intravenous drugs. If your kid is using a syringe, he or she will probably be using one of your tablespoons in order to break up the dope. So be careful of that. You should be looking for the spoon that is bent, one that doesn't sit flat. Then look for a discoloration from the drug residue and also from the flame or the fire. Then look for the discoloration underneath. You'll see it's like dark, and it will also be dark on top. Your kid only needs three things to use his or her dope: water, spoon, soda can. Some kids will use the bottom of a soda can. Notice the indentation. If the lettering and the numbers are not clearly visible, then suspect that he or she is using it to break down the dope. A great place to hide a syringe: in the bathroom. Look inside the cylinder of the toilet paper that it fits on, the roll. Look inside there. Also look under the toilet bowl tank, and if you see something taped to, like a syringe, that's where they're hiding it. These are things that you need to worry about. The kid's bedroom is the most favorite place, of course, for kids to hide things. If your child starts smoking, suspect drugs. Rarely does a child start smoking and isn't using drugs. If the child changes friends and his or her grades drop, suspect drugs again. If you get calls from school regarding attendance, suspect drugs. Crack and cocaine. Your kid will need Brillo pads and some kind of glass tube to smoke crack with. Look for a glass tube with dark residue inside along with the Brillo pad. The pad is used as a filtering device, just like a filter on a cigarette. If your Brillo pads are getting used up on a quick pace more than usual, suddenly discover a box or box of Brillo pads that are disappearing, suspect drugs. If you find a piece of wire similar to a pipe cleaner types, possibly with a loop on the end of it, suspect drugs. Suspect drugs for almost anything related to household items in the kitchen especially. For some reason, crack users always think they have dropped some of their drugs on the floor. Hiding places for a crack pipe is where they like to always look for different places, and one of the best places would be in the desk drawer. On the sides, they tape them. Alcohol. There's more. Lock up your liquor cabinets. Believe it or not, you will never know if your kid is abusing alcohol. He or will should drink your booze and you won't even have a clue. If your kid is abusing alcohol or drugs, it is strongly suggested that you remove all alcohol from your home and lock up your prescription drugs. Remember, we always talk about the Mr. Medicine Cabinet. You need to be careful on these things. Mulberries. Another one of those keen to eat copious amounts of disagreeable foodstuffs to get baked, blasted, blitzed, or stoned. Enter the humble mulberry. Yes, the fruit that might find its way into a mom's culinary creations when everyone's sick of apple pie can also be intoxicating and mildly hallucinogenic. If, that is, the white sap from the unripe fruit and green plants part ingested can cause the intoxication. The computer cleaning duster, the spray can, it's like air. Another recreational drug, no doubt already tried by kids with more than free time, diminishing brain cells, is computer cleaner duster. This stuff is the same ballpark as the other canned air inhalants and solvents, with the effects ranging from drunk-like state to wild hallucinations. But the risks far outweigh any benefits. Inhaling a gas that elbows the oxygen into your lungs out of the way like the high school beefcake can kill by hypoxia. And with computer duster, there may not even be an outward sign of suffocation. That's very dangerous, folks. Toad skin, another thing you need to be worried about. Not calling the Colorado River toad on every item is a bit of a stretch, but if you live in the southwestern United States, these psychoactive amphibians could well be there croaking in your backyard, or if you or your mom are a pet collector, maybe you brought one in and now is crawling around your tank. But we digress. The point here is that the skin and the venom of this warty little critter contains 5-MeO-DMT and bufotenine chemicals that mean ingesting them can cause hallucination and also intoxication. God forbid that one of these children of ours would actually squeeze some of this venom and start drinking it. Big one in your medicine cabinet, cough syrup. Looking in the bathroom cabinet for items to get you high is not recommended. Is not recommended. Geez, none of these are recommended. But if you drink enough of certain cough syrups, you're going to start feeling a little bit sleepy, especially NyQuil. Exceed the suggestion dose, and not only will you be whisked swiftly to La La Land, but opening your eyelids in the morning will feel more like a training session for a Romanian weightlifter. When used recreationally for robo-tripping, the active ingredient in certain brands, DMX, produces effects such as europhia, distortion, vision perception, and experience time travel experiences. Really start increasing the dosage, and you can expect temporary or long-term psychosis or even OD. Is that what you want for your children? I don't think so. Be careful, cough syrup. Marijuana. You might check out the backyard as the common place for your child and his friends to smoke marijuana. Look for a scheduled area and look for small cigarette-looking rolled paper without filters. Miscellaneous items. Another favorite hiding place in behind the dryer, and the vent takes the lint outside. You know, for the dryer, that is. It goes that it's about this big. TVs, radios, and other electronic devices that have batteries. The battery compartment is a common hiding place for kids to hide joints, crack. These are all hiding places we need to be aware of. Any device or furniture that is possible hollow proportion is the ideal hiding spot. For example, take a lamp or a desk fan with a hollow neck, and it can be used to hide things. All they have to do is unscrew the neck. The store called Spencer's at the mall sells even the kinds of products that kids buy in which they can hide drugs. For example, they sell very real-looking soda, soap, shaving cream cans in which the bottom comes out and the inside is completely hollow, and they will hide their drugs or alcohol in there. All of these cans are real. They actually have soda in the soda cans and shaving cream in the shaving can. So don't be fooled. Kids will use duct tape and tape their drugs underneath anything that would be probably not suspected for you to look. Nutmeg. Wow. Never knew, right? This one's pretty well known among kids into cheap and not too cheerful highs. Mom sprinkles it on apple pies, where not only tastes good but leaves you psychologically intact. Increase the dose to a couple of revolting tablespoons, however, and things start to turn weird and sour. Nutmeg's active ingredient creeps in, causing mild hallucination and warm limbs, and effects of peak after 5 painstaking hours. Why painstaking? Because by then you'll have experienced other symptoms like hallucination, tiredness, uh, drunkenness possibly, dizziness, nausea, flushes, constipation, racing heartbeat, panic, mouth dryer, and camel's armpit. These are all signs that you might experience. Whipped cream aerosol, another big one. When mom goes to make her apple pie that she possibly put nutmeg on, and not only finds her fresh ground nutmeg all gone, but the can of whipped cream she bought to go out to put out on the pie is also gone now. That is a sure sign. The nitrous oxide gas from such canisters can be inhaled to give the fridge rating moron or child an instant high. A bite, not particularly cheap one, with the kind of quantities needed to make the Eurofia and the oh so tempting triple Ds of dizziness, desperalization, and deolarization. Lasts for more than 2 minutes. Also, video cleaner, maybe less well known among the household items users, still abuser in video head cleaner, which may soon vanish as videos become more obsolete. Well, hopefully the cleaners will vanish. Still, some of your children would urge you to get it, and while you can, you will use this stuff thinking that it's being utilized on your video, but it's the kids using. The effects of the poppers are akin to having your head slammed into a car door while someone injects molten metal into your blood vessels. That's the effect of the video head cleaner, so we got to really be careful. It's a lot of reading I just had to do, so let me just break it down. We got to worry about intravenous drugs. Anything with a syringe and a spoon is suspectable. If you start missing spoons and syringe needles, look under the toilet seat, look under the toilet tank, look anywhere like a drawer, taped to a drawer in your kitchen or in the desk. They're hiding. The kids will hide them. Crack and cocaine. They will start utilizing Brillo pads as a filter, and they'll also use soda cans. So if you start seeing things like that disappearing, suspect drugs. Alcohol. You need to start locking your alcohol up. One of the biggest things I used to do as a child was I would drink the alcohol and then fill it up with water, colored water, so it looks like nothing was taken. So those are the tricks of the trades, and we need to be careful. Mulberries, they will make your children feel with too much, digested, will make them hallucinate and feel drunk. Computer cleaner duster, anything to do with gas being injected directly towards you will actually kill. It can kill your child. The toad skins, your friendly little toads, you bring them into the house and your kids are squeezing some of the venom and drinking it. Bad news. Cough syrup, big one. Kids will suck it down and until they fall asleep into la la land, and then trying to get them up in the morning is impossible. And hopefully you can get them up. Marijuana, you might check out the backyard, because a lot of times the kids are also or always meet at a certain location in the backyard. That's where you'll find the marijuana. Miscellaneous items you need to watch out for is anything that's carved hollow. Lamps, you look on the bottom and it's got the hollowness. They will hide, your kids will hide drugs and alcohol paraphernalia, or even the drugs and alcohol themselves. When they go to Spencer's, they will buy the cans that look like soda and juice, and they actually do have soda and juice in them, but underneath it's hollow, and they'll hide things on there. And the nutmeg you need to worry about, because we don't need to have that overdosed on, because they will get symptoms like dizziness, nausea, flushness, constipation, racing at a heartbeat, panic, and mouth drier than a camel's armpit. Need to worry about that. And then you have the whipped cream. Not only do you have the air, compressed air in there, but it has other ingredients that will cause you to feel an instant high. And besides that, there are many other things that can actually kill you in that. And then you have the video head cleaner. Thank God videos are going out of style. Soon it won't even be available, but in the meantime, we need to worry. We need to start looking everywhere in your house. Under the couch, they will tape things. They will tape things in drawers. Anything that's hollow, they will tape things to. Check under their computers, check inside their clothing drawers, uh, even check outside. Could be in the shed, they're hiding things. Hell, I used to hide my stuff in the shed, and I'm a grown-up. Can you imagine how the children have their ideas? But folks, it all comes down to this. With all this put aside, it comes down to you. It comes down to, are you the role model that you're designated to be? Are you the person that's helping to write these chapters in the book of life, of their life? Their chapters start at 0 and end whenever they decease, like yours. Each year is a chapter. It is your job as the role model to be there between chapter 0 and 18, to guide and direct, to set an example, to be the hero that you're meant to be in their eyes. Part of that example would not to be smoking in front of them, not to be drinking, not to use profanity, not to physically abuse. Those are things that you should never ever do. If you feel the need, you have to smoke, drink, use profanity, do it on the outside of your home. If you feel the need that you physically have to abuse somebody, you need to seek counseling and therapy. You really need to do that. And if you're a victim of any physical abuse, you need to call 911. I say this all the time. It is better for you to call 911 and have your loved one taken out in handcuffs, seek some kind of treatment, and coming back to you one day a better person, than for 911 to be called to take you, yes you, out in a body bag. That is irreversible, and you will never come back from that. So if you're being physically abused, call 911. Those 4 things cannot happen in front of your children. You cannot smoke, drink, use profanity, or physical abuse. What you should be doing in front of your children is showing love, showing respect, showing compassion, and showing emotion. Your children need to see love in your home. The children need for you to respect them, for them to give you respect back. Your children need for you to be emotional. Your children need for you to show affection. Those four things have to be. So when your children look at you, they see a role model that is consistently showing love, compassion, respect, and emotion. When your children call you the hero of their life, of their eye, they don't see the smoking, the drinking, the profanity, or the physical abuse. Help write your children's chapters in their book of life. When they're 18 and they go on their own, know that you have done your best. Know that you have done what God has put you on this earth to do, and that's to be a good parent. Know that you can continuously keep writing your own chapters in your own book of life. My 53rd chapter just started a week and a half ago when I turned 53 years old. My chapters get better each and every day. It is now when you need to decide, is today the day, November 11th, 2014, is today the day where I need to start writing new chapters in my book? What would make you even think that you might have to? Do you have alcohol issues? Do you have drug issues? Do you have anger issues? If so, seek help on all of the above. The first thing you need to do is to say, I have a problem, because when you finally admit you have a problem, that's when the recovery plan starts. And then you need to include God into your recovery plan. When you have done both of those, now we're going to come up with an action plan. If they're drug or alcohol related, you have different avenues. You have AA, you have my methods, and you have treatment centers, and you have many other methods. AA has the 12-step program. AA has the 90 meetings in 90 days, and it has the hour and a half or so a day. What I found very alarmingly as I sat through a seminar is the fact that only 5% of all AA attendees that start, only 5% survive in the long run. 95% end up leaving AA. That's alarming to me. Not to criticize, but alarming. When I tried AA, it was just not active enough for me. I need to be more involved in my daily activity with fighting addiction. I was just telling my doctor during one of my doctor visits today how the only reason that I do what I do by doing these videos, by becoming an addiction recovery coach, is to help you and me. Selfishly enough, I help me constantly, because what I do continuously each and every day is I set the stage of anywhere from 5 to 9 hours of continuous action plan and continuous fighting in my addiction. It starts with planning a video, a topic. It continues with doing the video, continues with editing the video. It continues with doing shows, doing live interviews. It continues with people chatting with me, people calling me, people emailing me. It continues by people leaving comments on my websites, my Facebook pages. It just continuously, endlessly keeps going daily. You see the difference between my method and AA? I don't just merely show up in a classroom and sit there an hour and a half and go home. That is not for me. It might be for you. I need to be more involved. If I didn't have to make a living where I had bills to pay, I would give up my optometry background to do this. Maybe one day I will make a living on this. But this is my calling. This is what I'm good at. And I know that people like you need people like me as much as people like me need people like you. It is our community lessons that empower addiction recovery. Clearviews.info, clearreform.com. We as a community will come together to fight. So you have methods like mine. You have AA. You have the treatment centers. If you go to clearviews.info, right after page 6, page 7, you will find every state that has treatment centers. Maybe not every location, and if you don't see your location, just go to Google. In the search bar, type in your location and treatment centers. A treatment center can be 10, 30, 60, 90-day programs. No matter what program, no matter what method you choose, two things have to be involved or included. the grace of God in everything, and the will to continuously fight your addiction. If you eliminate one of the two, you'll have a relapse. This is a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, for the rest of your life challenge. I put this challenge to you right now, November 11, 2014. I challenge you to start writing new chapters in your book of life. I challenge you. I challenge you to start today. The challenge can start very simply by saying, Ralph, I know I have a problem. I need help. And while you say that, in your next breath, say, God, I need guidance and direction. Because your life wouldn't have crumbled the way it has been if you didn't need God. God will guide and will direct. You might not see changes immediately. Changes are coming. Physical, emotional, financial, and spiritual changes are coming your way if you let your guard down and welcome God into your life. And welcome the fact that you have a problem and you will fight. Fight as if your life depends on it, because it does. You cannot live with alcoholism and drug addiction. Fight as your life depends on it, because it does. Don't wait until it's too late. You won't even be around to even say it's too late, but your loved ones will say, I wish he or she would have done something about it. That is what I do. That is what I'm here for, to tell you you still have a chance. Remember the analogy I gave you a while back, and I'll say it again. At night, when we go to bed, we take our slipper shoes and sneakers off. We leave them at the edge of the bed usually. Tonight, push them under your bed, all the way under. Tomorrow morning when you wake up and you need to put those shoes, sneakers, or slippers back on, you need to go on your knees and pull those slipper shoes or sneakers from underneath your bed. While you're on your knees, thank your Heavenly Father for another day on this beautiful earth, that He is allowing you, giving you a chance to be on this earth for another day. For every breath that you take, God is letting you take that breath. Remember, there is somebody in our community or our global community taking their last breath. They don't have a chance for change anymore. For every time you blink, for every time you open and close your eyes, there is someone close their eyes for the last time in your community or global community. They don't have a chance for change. Had they seen maybe my video or other videos, maybe they would have made that decision like you have right now. You have a challenge put in front of you to change your life around. Only you can deny that challenge, and only you will be blamed at the end for not having that change. Do you want to save your relationship? Do you want to save your financial structured lifestyle? Do you want to save your children? Or save yourself? You cannot save everyone else if you don't save yourself. Let me help take your life back like I have taken my life back. I have taken my life back from addiction and turned it around 360 degrees, and I can do the same with you. But it starts with you. It starts with you admitting you have an issue with addiction or alcoholism, and finally reaching out to God. It continues with you being a kind person to other people. Share what you have. We all, one day, will be going to our final resting place. And like a U-Haul truck takes our personal possession from house to house, a U-Haul truck cannot follow your hearse on your final day on earth. That U-Haul truck will not be behind you with your personal possession. Those personal possessions will be fought by your loved ones, unless you have an explicit will. Why not start sharing some of those things today? And not just with your family, but with total strangers. When you help others, you lift your own inside spirits right up and build up your self-esteem. You will. A simple thing like opening a door, raking leaves for an elder, cooking something for a 95-year-old neighbor who you know is probably not eating right. You've heard the stories about elders eating cat food and things because they can't afford things, or they can't even cook because they can't even stand in front of a stove. Do something about that. When you help others, you help yourself. That's my story that I'm telling you. When I help you with this video, I know I'm helping me. Selfishly as it might sound, it's true. Let me help you take your life back. Let's recap on, I told you about the 31 promises you should make through your lifetime by Joel Osteen. I had made a commitment 4 shows ago that I would do a declaration for every show for the next 31 shows. And today's declaration number 5. I declare I am grateful for who God is in my life and for what He's done. I am grateful for that. No matter how little or how much, I'm grateful. I will not take for granted the people, the opportunities, and the favor He blessed me with. I will look at what He is right and not what is wrong in people. I will thank Him for what I have done and not complain about anything I don't have or anything I have not done. I will see each day as a gift from God. Remember, someone out there is taking their last breath and someone is taking their last blinking of their eyes. My heart will overflow with praise and gratitude for all of His goodness. This, folks, is my declaration. This is my declaration. 31 promises to make through your lifetime, Joel Osteen. It all starts, folks, with you. Is today your day? And if you're one of those people that say, maybe tomorrow, remember this. This video is not going to be super long today, but remember what I'm telling you right now. Not everyone or no one is guaranteed a tomorrow. No one. Today might be your last day. Today might be my last day. While you have the opportunity, make the changes necessary. Make the changes at your home too about these items that the children are hiding and using. Watch out for the alcohol and the crack cocaine and intravenous drugs that they're hiding in the household. Look in the garbage can lid taped there, the drawers, the toilet seats. Look everywhere. Watch out for the mulberries, the computer cleaner duster, cough syrup, nutmeg, marijuana, whipped cream. Watch out for all those things. The kids are using whatever they can to get high. Watch all that. It is you, as the role model, as we discussed, it is up to you to make sure none of that gets abused. It is up to you. Start today, November 11, 2014. Make today the best first day of the rest of your life. Make today a new chapter in the book of life for you. Let the sunshine into your heart from outside and into your home, and you will see nothing but positive results. Stay away from the negative people. There are people that might tell you that you're no good, that you're worth nothing because you're an alcoholic or you have an addiction to drugs. Don't believe them. To me and to God, you are special the way you are. You have a disease. You need help. Open your arms, accept the help from whoever you can, including God, and you will see changes. You will see nothing but positive results, and you will see the negative people finally seeing the difference in you. Remember, a sober today makes for a better tomorrow. And if you believe what I tell you in here, you'll see it out there. You will see changes like you wouldn't believe. But it all starts with you. Folks, have a great day, but more importantly, have a sober day, and God bless you.